This is the True Book of Houses, written in 1957. Here are all the houses we're going to visit. Houses in hot, dry lands. The desert is usually a hot and dry land. Some of the people in the desert live in tents. They make their tents out of cloth. These desert people move from place to place very often. They are called nomads. They move to find grass for their sheep. Nomads carry their tents with them when they move. In some hot, dry lands, people build adobe houses for homes. Adobe is built of clay and straw and baked dry in the sun. Thick adobe walls help them keep out heat of the sun. In hot lands, some of the huts look like bowls turned upside down. They are covered from top to bottom with long grass. The grass hut is the coolest kind of home the people can have. Houses in hot, wet lands. It is hot and damp in the jungle. Some of the jungle people build their houses on tall poles. The tall poles are called stilts. It rains often in the jungle. Sometimes it rains every day. Rivers fill and overflow the land, but the water does not flow into the houses built on stilts. Wild animals cannot climb into the houses on stilts either. In some hot, wet lands, the people build their houses in trees. The grass roof is steep, so that the rain slides off. People climb up a ladder to get into their tree house. Houses in cold lands. Eskimos live where winters are very cold. Some Indians live where the winters are cold too. These people built their homes of earth. The earth hut is half under the ground and half above the ground. The house is warmer with part of it under the ground. Sometimes the roof is covered with snow. The snow cover helps keep the hut warm. Many Eskimos build winter houses of snow. Their snow houses are called igloos. Igloos are built of blocks of snow, one on top of the other. Cracks between the blocks are filled with ice and snow. The Eskimos crawl through a long tunnel to get into their igloo. The tunnel keeps the wind and snow from blowing through the door. Have you ever tried to build an igloo? These Eskimos do not live in their igloos in the summer. They live in tents made of sealskin sewn together. Houses in the farmlands. Most houses are built of wood. Houses built of wood are called frame houses. Many farmhouses are painted white. Some of them are one-story houses. All the rooms are on one floor. It's also called a rambler. Here we go. Some farmhouses are two-story houses. A two-story house has rooms on the second floor. What type of house do you live in? Farmhouses have a barn nearby. Most barns are painted red. The barn is a house for the farm animals. Many barns are larger than the farmer's house. Houses in the city. There are many kinds of houses in cities. There are big houses and little houses. There are frame houses and brick houses. There are houses built of stone. In the center of the city, most of the houses are 2 or 3 stories tall. Many city houses stand side by side in rows like soldiers. There are big buildings called apartment houses. In apartment houses, there are many homes. Some apartment houses are so tall that people have to ride up to their homes in an elevator. A flat roof of some apartment buildings is used as a porch. This porch is called a roof garden. Most houses that we have now are built by many workmen. A man with a steam shovel comes to dig the basement. Another man comes to pour the cement in the foundation. Another man brings his tools and nails the boards in place. Another puts pipes to bring water into the house. Another puts in wires for the lights. A furnace man puts in the furnace. A painter paints the house. There are many ways to make a house warm in winter and cool in the summer. That's called insulation. This man is double painting the windows. There's an air conditioner, an open window. Houses that are moved about. Many people live in trailers. A trailer is a house on wheels. There's a small kitchen in some trailers. There are beds, tables, chairs, lamps. A family can live in a trailer. It is their home. The trailer is hooked onto a car when they want to take it to another place. Some people live on boats. Chinese boat homes are called sampans. Sampans are small boats with a cabin at one end. The roof of the cabin is a grass mat. The family sleeps in the little cabin. There are other kinds of boat homes. There are houseboats on rivers. There are big fine boats called yachts. Some yachts are so big they can carry an airplane on them. People who live on a big yacht can sail it around the world. Houses of long ago. The very first homes were caves. The cave home was a hole in the side of a hill. It was dark and damp inside the cave, but a cave was a shelter from wind and rain. The Indians had many kinds of homes in this country. Indians on the plains lived in tents. Their tents were called teepees. They made their tents out of animal skins. These Indians moved from place to place. They followed the buffalo herds. Sometimes they moved to find grass for their sheep. They carried their tent homes with them when they moved. The Indians of the woodlands lived in one-room huts called wigwams or in a longhouse. In the warm, dry Southwest, Indians built homes of adobe, blocks of clay and straw baked in the sun. A village of these adobe homes was called a pueblo. Early settlers in America built log cabins. Men chopped down trees in the forest nearby. The logs were fit together for walls. More logs were split to make the roof. Stones from the land made a chimney for the big fireplace. Sometimes there were few trees. Houses were built of blocks of earth held together by grass roots. These were called sod houses. These early houses were built before there were trains and trucks and ships to bring wood and bricks and stone from far and wide. But these simple early houses made snug homes where families could live and work and play together. Now there are many interesting houses all over the world. Japan, Switzerland, Thailand? United States? This book was written in 1957. Look at a house from 1957. How does it look the same and different from your house? The end.